Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. I'm James from JVC Paints. Welcome back to the channel. I've got another Warhammer Old World Chaos Halfling update for you guys today. This is a project I've been working on and off with for the better part of almost 2 decades, and it has been bearing a lot of fruit recently. So I'm very motivated to show you guys this new unit that I've just whipped up to put into my army. Let's check it out. Before we get started, I just wanted to say happy birthday to Josh over at Crown of Command. He's down in the land down under, where the women glow and the men plunder. Couldn't resist. Sorry, Josh. Anyways, while you're putting another shrimp on the Barbie, I just wanted to say happy birthday to you, man. Yep, just having a Sapporo Lager beer. Beautiful can. When you come back, we'll sink a few of these, and we'll roll some dice. All right, let's get into those halflings. Let's check them out. The figures in this unit are from Wargames Atlantic. This is the second time I've done a Wargames Atlantic kit. They're pretty good. Nice details. The one thing I'd kind of be nitpicky about, I guess, with this particular box is that the weapons choices you get are either halberds, pikes, or just bow and arrow. So I wanted to do a large sort of hedgehog unit that you'd see like in like a Lands Connect, 14th century unit. So there's a pretty big unit. I've got 7x5. And I've decided to call them Tibor von Schweinschank's Khornate Hedgehog unit here, Hedgehog Regiment. So I've also decided to go with a little bit more historical sort of influence with the two standards. We've got a Khorn standard, and we've got a sort of a provincial standard, that maybe the town that they're from as well. Yeah, I went with the Khorn theme. I thought it was kind of cool. Primed them all black, and then sort of after that I did the red tunics, as well as kind of kept it with the brass helmets on most of them. There's a couple guys who got a little bit of medieval hard hat types, but all in all, I tried to keep it Khorn themed throughout. The unit is 5 ranks deep, so the back 2 ranks have the pikes, and the next 2 ranks have halberds. So the front rank of 7 figures, I was able to have a little bit more creativity there, and the guys all have their swords drawn and whatnot. So we've got Tibor here in the front leading the charge. He's got a plastic marauder shield, and I've also put some horns on his helmet, put the little cock on there. We've got the musician there. Need a ginger guy in your unit. He's your ginger guy, and the plumed helmet there that comes with the kit. Here we have Varg Vikernes from Burzum in this Khorn football helmet, and we've got a hoplite halfling as well there, maybe from the Southlands or something like that. Taking a look at the ranks here, it's 5 ranks deep. So we've got halberds at the ready, we've got shouldered halberds, we've got pikes at the ready, we've got shouldered pikes as well. And it gives you that hedgehoggy type feel of a big meaty unit that's taking up a big footprint on the table, and it's ready to take on anything that's thrown at it. Now, if you aren't blind or totally drunk, you probably notice there's a very large miniature inside of the unit. And with a lot of my Chaos Halfling units, what I do is I put a large figure in there as a placeholder for four figures. So he's not actually a Minotaur. He's just there. It makes them cool. But this is a Reaper Minotaur. I got it off of I think Amazon, and I really had a lot of fun with this guy. I did have to change his weapon out to give him sort of more of a pikey feel. I think he had a flail. There's the pike, out of focus. Big apologies on that. The figures are all based on 20x20 bases that are cut from plastic card, and I used epoxy putty around the lips of the figures to sort of blend them in, and then I sanded them and put the static grass on them. I'm not really familiar now with the way that the basing's going. I think with Warhammer Renaissance, which is a game that I've heard we've been kicking around here in Japan about, those are the rules we should be trying to look at a little bit more. I think they'll fit right in, so there'll be no problem there. As I mentioned before in my earlier videos, that these guys are actually based on, I'm using like sort of goblin rules, but I'm hobbitifying them. We've got a legitimate old hammer figure here. This is a Marauder miniature from like 1989 maybe, and he's going to be acting as the fanatic. So he's got his torch there, and he's got a barrel of pitch or oil or gunpowder or something behind him that he's carrying. He's picking his nose, of course, because why not? He is a hobbit after all. So this would be the fanatic figure for the unit. So I've decided to just make one fanatic for each unit, and not really go overboard with it at all. So that's it. That's Tibor von Schweinschank's Khornate Hedgehog unit for Old Hammer or Warhammer Renaissance. Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it this far, give me a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more Old Hammer kind of stuff in this year. to save money by doing some old stuff, and always going to be doing World War II historical stuff and other historical projects. In fact, the next video is going to be a very, very cool World War II video. So thanks, guys. Take it easy. Have a great weekend and keep those brushes moving, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.